Hello everyone and welcome to Theta Sigma's Doctor Who podcast number 27. This week I'll be reviewing the latest 5th Doctor Crowded Tardis trilogy, Eldrad Must Die, Ladie of Mercia and Prisoners of Fate. And we have a little feedback to get through as well, so without further ado...
Come here, you scrumptious little beauty. A box?
Doctor, what is it?
I've got mail.
This week's feedback kicks off with Andrew Marmot, saying, "This is the first podcast I've caught in a while. Really good stuff and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really should check out some Big Finish stuff again." Yes, Andrew, you really should. There's loads out there to really enjoy, as you discover when you'll listen on. Next up is B from the Doctor Who Facebook page, who said, "The canon of Big Finish is left deliberately vague. In Star Trek, anything that isn't in the TV series is not considered canon, but the BBC has refused to take such a drastic stand. They basically say that if it fits the timeline and doesn't contradict anything said on TV, it can be considered canon. But anything on TV always takes precedence. I've never hidden the fact that the 8th is my favourite Doctor. When you discover the 8th Doctor audios, it's like coming across a treasure trove of Doctor Who stories that you didn't know existed. They're of such high quality, and there's a wealth of it. It's like somebody letting you into a secret VIP club, introducing you to some of the best written and ingenious Doctor Who stories you'll ever come across. People who enjoy classic and new Who, but have never listened to 8th Doctor audio, are missing out on some of the best adventures the show has to offer." Thanks for all that, B, and I completely agree. My recommendation for those who've not yet listened to the Big Finish 8th Doctor audio would be the 4 series that were recorded for transmission on BBC Radio 7, as it was back then. I believe it's now BBC Radio 4 Extra. But check out all the 8th Doctor adventures, as they're all really brilliant.
Subscribers get more at bigfinish.com.
And now on to the promised reviews. Regular listeners to the show will be aware that these are not in-depth spoiler-filled reviews, as far as possible that is, but short and to the point insights based on my memories from when I listened to them. So here goes with Eldrad Must Die.
Coming soon from Big Finish Productions. Doctor Who. Eldrad Must Die.
Here lies Eldrad.
Mayday! 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 This is Icebreaker Alexander! Alexander! Mayday! Mayday!
I wanted a boat out to the island.
You'll be lucky. I am in 1,000 worlds. Boats go down round here. I cracked in frozen waters. Gibbs, open the door! And nothing gets recovered.
He's coming out.
Keep back!
Something glittered. There. It's a bird. A big one.
The reactor housing.
It's not moving.
Look at its wings.
Poor thing.
Its feathers are full of crystals.
It's covered in ice.
It's not ice, sir. It's more like quartz.
I am here.
Doctor, their faces.
Don't look at them. Let's just walk away.
Gibbs, is that you?
Crystals. Over their faces like masks.
Eldrad must...
The contamination has spread to humans. Don't look at their eyes. Keep going.
It's ice, sir. They're glowing.
Am Eldrad.
Eldrad must die.
Subscribers get more at bigfinish.com.
The announcement of this audio excited me, as it mentioned right from the off the return of a 4th Doctor enemy, so my interest was piqued. And I wasn't disappointed either. Sometimes when a villain who to date has only faced one Doctor in the TV series is pitted against another in the audio series, it doesn't work as well as it did on television. However, in Eldrad Must Die, this isn't the case. The story is fast and furious, and there's little time for the listener to catch their breath. All the performances from the lead cast are excellent as you would expect, but this is a Turlough-centric story, and Mark Strickson delivers. Turlough has something of a reputation for being a whinger and a whiner, but here the character is well written and very well performed. For me, Eldrad Must Die scores a very respectable 8 out of 10.
Coming soon from Big Finish Productions. Doctor Who. The Ladie of Mercia.
England, 1983. Time to stretch our legs, I think.
You've brought us here for a reason, haven't you, Doctor?
You're here for the conference, of course. The Heirs of Ethelfrid. Perspectives on the Queens of the Dark Ages.
Tegan, look at this.
Some old sword in a case.
Tegan, what's the matter with you?
I was staring at the sword, and I heard this noise.
And here we are, 918 AD.
These are the interlopers.
A sorcerer and his apprentice, I
am Ethelfrid of Mercia, Queen of the Northern Lands and Protector of the Northern Peoples. And I am beset on all sides by enemies from abroad and within.
We're not going anywhere, Dr. Stone, not if there's a chance of getting Tegan and your husband back.
Tegan or her husband, surely?
One of them's dead? That's what you're saying?
Foul witch! Do not presume to tell me what to think. Guards! Place these creatures in irons, then search every corner of this castle. You must find my daughter!
You're outnumbered! Surrender, woman!
Never! Not a Viking filth!
No! There are more of them in the valley! You'll get us all killed!
I am Elfwin, Princess of Mercia, and I am here to wreak havoc on you all!
Subscribers get more at bigfinish.com.
Lady of Mercia is a time-hopping story, which sounds a little obvious for a time-travel show, but in truth there are not that many Doctor Who stories where time-hopping is prevalent within the story, so when this happened I was really pleased. With Eldrad Must Die being Turlo-centric, this story is very much centred around Tegan, and as with Mark Strickson before her, Janet Fielding does not let us down. Big Finish have developed the character of Tegan in ways the TV show simply didn't have the time or the stories to do, and she's become a much stronger person and a better character for it. Lady of Mercia showcases Tegan's newfound strength and bravery brilliantly, and Fielding delivers a performance of intensity and sensitivity at the same time. For me, this scores a recommendable 7 out of 10, and the only reason that it doesn't score higher is because it's a historical, and they are simply not my favourites.
Coming soon from Big Finish Productions. Doctor Who. Prisoners of Fate.
This is Maxis Realtor. Please identify.
My name is Adric Serenus Traken. When my mother was a young woman, she travelled in a machine called the Tardis. A time machine.
A time machine?
I know it's hard to believe, but when I was a boy, she used to tell me stories about the adventures she had when she travelled with the Doctor.
Delighted to meet you. I'm the Doctor. This is Tegan, Turlo, and Nissa.
I remember her telling me about the dangers of altering history, that once something has happened, it mustn't be changed.
By becoming part of the consequences of an event, we can no longer influence that event. Not without creating a paradox.
25 years ago, on a mission to the planet Helheim, my mother disappeared.
Hello, I hope you don't mind us dropping in on you like this.
Not at all. You're most welcome.
You don't seem very surprised to see us.
Nissa, oh my worship, it's her! It's her!
We had advance notice of your arrival.
You did?
There on the screen. She's my mother.
It was foretold.
How terribly interesting. Foretold by who, exactly?
There's something about this place. Something evil.
Oh no, it can't be. That's not possible.
You're saying that you've got a machine that lets you see into the future?
You don't realise what you're doing, the forces you're unleashing.
I thought I could trust you, Doctor. But it appears I was wrong.
When the time differential is shorted out, there will be an explosion large enough to destroy us, the TARDIS, this planet, and most of the galaxy.
Doctor. Subscribers get more at bigfinish.com.
And so it's Nissa's turn to take centre stage in this timey-wimey, loose ends tying up story. That said, you don't have to have listened to all of the Crowded Tardis audios to be in the know about the loose ends. There is enough exposition without it becoming cumbersome to the listener, to put the listener in the know about the finer details of the plot. As with Janet Fielding and Mark Strickson before her, Sarah Sutton delivers a fantastic performance as Nissa, playing both strong and angry, as well as loving and caring. This may take a couple of listens to pick up all the plot details, but believe me, you won't mind doing that with Prisoners of Fate. For me, an extremely respectable 9 out of 10.
Subscribers get more at bigfinish.com.
And that's it for this week. As always, thanks for listening, and I hope you're enjoying what you hear at least a little. Do let me know what you think by posting your thoughts and feedback on Theta Sigma's Doctor Who page on Facebook, tweeting me at Theta Sigma 12 on Twitter, or emailing me at respectthething@outlook.com. With the announcement that Adric is returning to the Crowded Tardis with Big Finish, next week sees the start of a mini-series looking at each of the companions that became known as the Crowded Tardis team. Tune in again then to find out who I'll be looking at first. So until then...
Well, goodbye, my boy. You did quite well. Quite well. It's reassuring to know that my future is in safe hands.
Thank you for listening to Theta Sigma's Doctor Who podcast. Doctor Who and its associated shows are all copyright and property of the BBC, and no infringement is intended.